Humankind shall become illumined like unto a lamp, radiant with all the destined virtues of humanity, leading his fellow creatures out of natural darkness into the heavenly light.
And so we look at, free will, we're looking at destiny, we're looking at evolution, so it's quite scientifically based as well. And we're looking at what the spirit of faith means as well, and looking more deeply at the concepts of spirit and how that applies to us as human beings. Ah, yes. I can't believe we still got this. This is a Weddy that I had when I was about, I don't know, I think I was wearing this when I was about 9 years old. You can see there's quite a big difference between the two now. Yeah, but that's cool. I'm biased, but there's no sport, I'll say there's no sport like it. I mean, you're in the elements. Sometimes the surf is awesome and you're really feeling in the groove of everything. And sometimes you're getting battered and bashed around and you're wondering what the heck you're doing out there, but you still come away having enjoyed some part of that session. There is no real sport like it because you're not only moving along a surface, but that surface is moving you.
As a parent, you just hope that you can give a guiding hand, and that's all it is. Ultimately, the kids have taken up the challenge themselves.
This is where some of my trophies are that I have in my room. One of the most memorable ones was getting this bad boy here, the Open Women's title.
We're here at Albert Park, and the messages we've written are mostly from people we admire or famous people who have written quotes, like Albert Einstein. So we put them around benches and trees and around lampposts and in the university campus. We hope that they can read them and feel happy about their day. Yeah, it's been fun with Luke for the past 3 weeks because he's funny and stuff.
You son are the truth. You remember that bit on X Factor when he told that guy Renee that? Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna go to the art gallery. So we're about to head off to the art gallery and maybe try and find some inspiration ourselves and maybe one day become the next Picasso or Banksy or Madonna. Thank you. That's Luke Gibson signing out.
Over the years, you hope that you are doing what it takes to raise spiritually aware children, and that they in turn will take up the challenge to contribute to society. And it's been really heartwarming and I guess pride, but not in the sense of an arrogant pride, but just the fact that both Laura and Cameron have identified within themselves the power of contributing through helping others, younger than themselves, to understand what the world's about. Because what are the role models? I mean, what are the role models you've got?
Truthfulness is the foundation of all human virtues. Here we are in our Albert Park and we are inspiring the world.
So the capacity at the temple, they can have up to 40 people serving. And they try and split that equally between 20 boys and 20 girls. But when I was there was at the maximum about 23. We were quite low on volunteers. But nonetheless, it was still a great experience and just meant we had to work a little harder, which was good. There were a couple of dignitaries that came.
I did want to see it, and because when I was in Mumbai, in fact, I met a lady who was of the Baha'i faith, and as it happens, I have a friend in London who's involved in interfaith work that I'm also very interested in, and she comes from that religion too, and I thought it would be a shame to be here and not take the opportunity to at least visit. And the message we have to promote is that faith is a really positive thing, which is why the social programs that the Baha'i do are so important, because actually in the end faith is not just about abstract spirituality, it's about the practical implementation of that spirituality in the way you react with others.
There was other people from New Zealand, There were people from Australia, there were people from South America, Brazil, there were people from Oman in the Middle East, people from Iran, there was a couple from Indonesia. So yeah, all over the world. Baha'i activity-wise, it's very much the same all over the world. We all have the same direction. We're all studying the same sorts of activities, and it doesn't matter where we were from, we were all either a part of the JY program or we were doing other activities that were done in our communities back home. So we really had a lot in common. What I miss most about home, halfway through I missed the food, and then somehow, I don't know how, I started enjoying it again. I missed my family near the end and my friends. I missed having that constant connection to Facebook. I had a lot of fun there. I made heaps of friends, and it was a really good experience. Just, you know, all these new sights and sounds. The Lotus Temple has been designed to look like the lotus flower, which is kind of a significant symbol in religious history and in India. It sort of represents the uprising from the dirt, because it's a really, really beautiful flower in a dirty pond. And they have 9 ponds around the temple, and this is sort of acts like a natural air conditioning system, and also represents the pond that the lotus flower is sitting on. Baha'is are really encouraged to do service. You're really encouraged to go and do that, whether it be for 2 months or a year. And it's all about giving back. It's the sort of the period where you can learn about yourself and also help and give back to the community. And that's sort of what the Baha'i is all about, trying to unite communities together, and then ultimately countries, and then ultimately the world. So, I mean, one small step at a time, and I guess that's how we're trying to go about it. Yeah.
There aren't too many rock stars, actors and so on, who, though are very talented, you would say their private lives are great examples. And so when you've got young adults like Laura and like Cameron, who are very different personality types, have quite different interests, but both have a passion to contribute through helping younger people find a clear pathway forward. It's really, really exciting.